Alright, so before I break down the bootleg cymbal lathe, I figured I would try to do something with this cymbal. It is a ZHT, or it was a ZHT EFX 16-inch crash cymbal. Back in high school, a friend of a friend was trying to get rid of a bunch of crash cymbals that he had, and my friend was like, oh yeah, Dave will take them. So this is the only one I have left for some reason. The other ones I scrapped. I don't know why I kept this one. But I figured I will try to cut it down and make a little bell thing because honestly there's nothing really else I can do with this. And the reason I say that is this part is blown out. There's a crack right here. This is obviously cracked right here. There's a crack here. I could try to like cut all this stuff out, but I think it's a better option just to make a little bell. And then also the tension of the cymbal is like way out of whack. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like inverted. I don't know if it's because of like the cutouts or whatever, or how this was made. Also, there's like these black marks here, so it seems like to try to heat it up, because it's also a little bit discolored over here. And there's like melted rubber on here, so maybe he tried to like heat it up and do something. But again, this tension is like way out of whack, so again, it's gonna be a bell. Lovely. So the first thing I need to do is roughly cut it to shape, because first of all, this is way too big for the lathe, and also if I just put this on the lathe, then the ends will just flap out and probably kill me. So I'm gonna cut out roughly the bell, and to cut it I'm using an angle grinder with a cutoff wheel, and in some parts you can kind of see some smoke, but that's from the wheel hitting the wood underneath the cymbal. So the wood is smoking, not the cymbal, because as far as I know, you want to keep the cymbal cool and not heat it up too much. I then marked out where to cut it with a Sharpie, and I made it as big as I could. And my thought behind that is that, you know, if I cut it and it sounds bad, then I can always make it smaller, but if you make it too small and it sounds bad, you'd really have nowhere to go. So if it sounds bad, then I can always try to cut it down and make it sound better, maybe. And this shit is pretty sketchy, so if you do this at home, please do it at your own risk. And if a piece of a cymbal comes flying off and, you know, decapitates you, don't come blaming me. And then I also know that this probably isn't the best cymbal to be making a bell out of, just because it's, you know, pretty small. But again, you know, I had no other use for the cymbal. It was going to the scrapyard, so might as well try this first. So I cut through most of the cymbal. There's still a small little piece still attached, so I cut off the part that actually cut through, and I had to bend this part off because you could probably tell through the video that the backing plate is very unbalanced, so that's why it didn't cut through the whole cymbal. I then rounded over the edge and worked through the same paper grits to get it nice and shiny, and I was left with this 6.5-inch bell, so let's see how it sounds. Okay, so I was just going to demo this bell by itself, but then I remembered I have these two other bells. So the one on the right is a 6-inch Hammer Axe Nice bell, and the one above the hi-hat is also a 6-inch. It is a 2002 Pice the Accent, so let me show you how these sound. Also, I suck at using bells in a groove, so I'll do my best. something like that. So yeah, that thing sounds pretty cool. I tried to pull it out in the mix a little bit, but obviously, you know, a 20-inch cymbal is going to be louder than a 6-inch cymbal, so of course the other cymbals kind of buried it. But if you listen with headphones, you should be able to hear it fine. And then also, I think it is time to retire the bootleg cymbal lathe. The more I use it, the worse it gets, and it wasn't too good to begin with. And there's also like a little saying that I try to live by, which is, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, which was not at all the case with that thing. So with that being said, I might make a proper cymbal lathe. I just gotta buy all this stuff. So if you want to help out, you can check out my Patreon page. But no, seriously, if you want to see me make one, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you thought about that little bell thing. And yeah, so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.